Alright, boys, welcome back to the second week of the college basketball rankings, my personal rankings. It's been a crazy week of college basketball. Really excited to get into it. Let's get right into it, boys. Make sure to leave a like down below if you haven't already. Press subscribe, turn on post notifications so you are updated every time I upload. And let's get right into it, starting with number 25, who is Oklahoma State. Number 25, Oklahoma State. Obviously, they have probably the most talented player in the country in Cade Cunningham right now. Starting off undefeated. Haven't played much competition, but you can tell it's a talented team. And I think they deserve to be there as of right now. And do I think they'll finish in the top 25? Honestly, I do not. But right now, I can't hold it back from them right now. So, Oklahoma State 25. 24, the NC State Wolfpack, who I moved back one from the previous week. Although they did look good, I just think there are more teams that have played a more deserving schedule to be higher than them. NC State has really played nobody so far, no offense to the teams they've played. But they definitely deserve to be in the top 25. They look really good. You can tell they're very talented. So 24 for NC State. 23, the Richmond Spiders. Still currently undefeated. Obviously, they had that big win against Kentucky. Although that Kentucky win is not looking too good right now, because as the time I'm recording this, Kentucky's 1-2, and they're currently losing to Georgia Tech, so not looking good for them. Kentucky is unranked, by the way, spoiler alert. So yeah, 23 for Richmond, although that Kentucky loss is not looking that impressive right now. Number 22, Virginia Tech Hokies. So far the only team to have beaten Villanova, the Wildcats. Great team. I think they will actually continue to rise. Probably the most underrated team, maybe outside of Florida State in the ACC. This team is good. I like the coaching there. The Hokies are very talented. And their schedule for the rest of the season outside the ACC, of course, isn't too difficult. So I like this Virginia Tech team, and I expect them to keep rising. Number 21, Michigan. Obviously, Juwan Howard. I think it's a great coach. I think it's a good team. Haven't really played anybody yet, so I can't really move them anywhere. So 21 for Michigan. Number 20, Rutgers. A team I've been really impressed by this week. They're still undefeated. Moved up one spot from last week. So yeah, 20 for Rutgers. Number 19 is the Ohio State Buckeyes. Another team who's undefeated, but really haven't had much playing experience so far. Haven't played anybody, so I mean 19 I think is fair for them right now. Now into 18 with the one-loss Texas Tech Raiders, whose only loss is coming from Houston back a week ago, I believe. Texas Tech, Matt McClung has really impressed me. I did not expect this from him. I thought he looked really good. I think he just dropped 20 a couple days ago. And overall, really great team. Chris Beard as a coach, I think, is a good coach. So I'd like to see him at 18 right now. Number 17, the Florida State Seminoles. I think they will continue to rise, but they have just not played enough games yet for me to push them up high in the rankings. I think this is probably the most underrated team in the ACC. Watch out for Florida State this year. Number 16, moving down, I believe, 2 spots from last week, is the UNC Tar Heels. My favorite team, of course. You guys might think this is biased, but I think this is fair for them. In the Maui tournament, starting out with a win against UNLV and a win against Stanford. Moving on to that Texas game, which we could have easily won if we just made a couple more free throws or 1-3. So I think if we have won that game, we would be up in the 10 or 11 range. But since we lost, I had to drop at least some, even though it's 3 games in 3 days. so it's hard for me to punish them too much about it. But I gotta move them down some, so 16 for Carolina. Duke 15. Another team I have not been impressed with this year. They lost to Michigan State about 4 days ago, I want to say. Duke has not looked good. I don't like this team going into the future. I don't think they can shoot the ball efficiently enough to really do anything, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, I don't like Duke. But yeah, so 15 for Duke right now. Number 14, moving up, I believe, 6 spots in my rankings, is the Texas Longhorns. Very impressive team so far. Although they did just lose today against Villanova, I had to move them up for that impressive Maui run. And Villanova is obviously a good team, so I had to do it to them. They would have been probably 11th if they didn't lose to Villanova today. But 14th for Texas, I think that's good for them. 13, the by far biggest fallers so far, is the Wisconsin Badgers, who just lost to Marquette at the buzzer a couple days ago. That game was insane. You guys heard in my first ranking video that it's just a matter of time before this Wisconsin team blows a game that, they should probably win. I had them, I think, 4th or 5th last week, although I said that they are definitely not a top 5 team in the nation. That did prove to be true, so 13 for Wisconsin this week. Number 12 is Virginia. Virginia Cavaliers. They almost lost again, guys. This Virginia team might be the most overrated team in college basketball. They lost 8. They almost lost again. One loss to San Francisco, obviously. Didn't look good in that one. I don't trust this team scoring-wise. I don't think they can put the ball in the hoop enough to be good this year. So Virginia is at number 12. I want to have them lower, but if they would have lost that game, they would not be ranked, and that'd make me so happy. But they did win, so I got to have them 12th right now. Number 11, one of the bigger risers, I believe I rose them about 5 spots this week, is the Michigan State Spartans, who just knocked off Duke. The reason they're not as high as like the AP polls and stuff is because they beat Duke. Duke's a fine team, but I don't think the Duke team is nothing real special, so I couldn't move them up as much as like the AP poll is probably going to, but I think 11's fair for them. They haven't lost yet, and haven't played much outside of Duke. And like I said again, I'm not that high on Duke. So yeah, number 11 for Michigan State. Number 10, West Virginia. And boys, they really challenged Gonzaga. They gave Gonzaga all they could handle. If they would have won that game, they'd be so high in these rankings. But unfortunately, they could not pull it off. West Virginia is a great team. So number 10 for them. I think they even moved up while losing this week for me, because they're just such an impressive game from them. Really challenging Gonzaga, so number 10 for West Virginia. Number 9, Tennessee. Not much to say. They still haven't played, but I am really high in the seats. They haven't played yet. So number 9 is where I got put them right now. Number 8, Houston. They beat Texas Tech, and they're still currently undefeated. So they're just gonna keep rising, man. If you don't lose, you're not gonna fall. So Houston right now at 8. Number 7, dropping 3 spots, is the Illinois Illini, who just lost to Baylor. And yes, Baylor is a very, very tough team. That's why I did not move them down that much. Illinois, I assume probably second right now, and for Player of the Year, behind Luka Garza, obviously. Kobe Coburn, and it's just a great team overall. Number 7 for the Illini. Number 6, moving up, I believe 3 or 2 spots from last week, is Villanova. Villanova only loss is against Virginia Tech, who's turning out to be a really good team. Like I said, they just pulled out a big win over Texas, which helps them in these rankings. So number 6 right now for Villanova, I think is fair. Number 5, Kansas. Kansas only lost to Gonzaga. Obviously, that's by far, let me just say, the by far best team in the country right now. And Kansas, they look good against them at times. And that's their only loss so far. And they've looked good. They beat Kentucky. Although it was closer than you'd probably want to see, they did beat them. So number 5 for Kansas. Number 4, the Creighton Blue Jays, I think. The Creighton Blue Jays. What a team, man. I'm really high on this team. Although they don't have a tough schedule, that's going to help them stay high in the rankings. I think this is an Elite 8 team for me at number 4 right here. So I like what I'm seeing from them so far. Number 3, of course, you could probably guess it, final 3 in order. But number 3 is the Iowa Hawkeyes. Luka Garza is such a beast not to have here at 3. He's averaging like 34 a game, which is just absolutely insane. Man, this team is better than I expected. I didn't think they'd be able to, outside of Luka Garza, do that much, but they are proving me wrong there. Currently number 3 for me. Very solid team. About to play Carolina, which is just unfortunate. Number 2, the Baylor Bears, who just beat the Illini, as I was saying earlier. And they looked really good in that game, man. They're undefeated currently, with a top 10 win under their belt. Baylor, the clear-cut number 2 in the country. Fighting for the number 1 spot, as you guys all know. Can't give it to them because the number 1 spot goes to the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Gonzaga right now, if you just watch them, you can tell that they're the best team in the country right now. It's going to take a really off game for them to lose, especially this early in the season. I think as things go on in the season, some of the younger teams, the more freshmen, will start to get their legs under them, be able to challenge teams like this. But right now, with that veteran presence, and at Gonzaga, I just think it's too much for any team to handle. So guys, that's my rankings for this week. Leave a like, comment if you want to, subscribe button. And it really helps me out a lot. Turn on post notifications and everything like that, boys. Please share this video and all my videos. It would really help me out a lot. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.